Welcome to Stoner Watching. Today we're talking about Kong Skull Island. Wow, man, I just finished watching Kong Skull Island for the first time, and I gotta say, wow, man. Just wow. Yeah, I know the movie came out like years ago. But it's like one of them things. I meant to see it back then and things just got in the way and I never got around to it. But I wish I did see this thing in the theater, man, because this thing was just epic. I mean, it was just epic. The battles were just they were just so awesome. I can't really even describe how cool they were. I mean, most people probably have seen this movie already, so they already kind of know. I mean, this movie was totally badass. I had to say this is probably like my most favorite Kong movie I've ever seen my whole entire life. And I've seen them all. Even the one from way back in 1933. I watched most of it. I didn't see the whole thing, but I did watch most of that movie. So I've seen all the Kong movies like over the years, and this is like the best one. I mean, granted, you have like today's technology that they can use for the effects, so it makes that at least that much part way better, especially when you compare it to the movie from 1933, right? But I mean, this movie was just phenomenal. As you could tell, I am really excited. This movie was just so awesome. I am so glad I rented this movie. Now, I used to have a segment on my show like for 15 or 2. 15 would be like the most I would spend for a movie, and 2 would be like the least amount I would spend for this movie. Now, I end up only paying $4 for a rental on Amazon Prime to watch this movie. But I tell you, if I had the chance, I would pay at least matinee or more. I mean, I'm cheap, okay? I'm cheap. If you haven't already heard me say this before over the years, I am a cheap mother. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. I mean, I would have paid more for this movie. I'm glad I paid $4 for it, but this movie was awesome. I mean, just awesome. Originally released on March 10th of 2017. Now, it had a Rotten Tomatoes score of 75% and an audience score of 69%. Directed by Jordan Vogt-Roberts. Starring Tom Hiddleston, Samuel L. Jackson, John Goodman, Brie Larson, Jin Tian, Tony Kebbell, John Ortiz, Corey Hawkins, Jason Mitchell, Shea Wiggum, Thomas Mann, Terry Notary, and John C. Reilly, just to name a few. Kong Skull Island is a reboot of the King Kong franchise and serves as the second film in Legendary's MonsterVerse. The film is set in 1973. A team of scientists and Vietnam soldiers travel to the uncharted Skull Island and meet the mighty Kong, a giant ape who is the last of his species and closely followed by other terrifying creatures. The film was originally announced in July of 2014 at San Diego Comic-Con. Vogt-Roberts was announced as the director in September of 2014. The project initially began at Universal Pictures as an origin story, but later was moved to Warner Brothers to develop a shared cinematic universe featuring Godzilla and Kong. Principal photography began in October of 2015 in Hawaii and various locations around Vietnam and ended in March of 2016. Praise for his visual effects and action and performances, particularly with Jackson and Reilly, received the Best Visual Effects nomination at the 90th Academy Awards. A sequel, Godzilla vs. Kong, is scheduled to be released on March 26th of 2021. Yeah, man, like I said, this movie was just so damn awesome. I mean, I like this movie a lot. I mean, a lot. This movie is just so awesome. I mean, it's probably the best movie I've seen so far in 2021. I know it came out in 2017. Just whatever. But I mean, I like this movie a lot. I thought it was pretty good. I'm glad I got to see this movie before Godzilla vs. Kong comes out in March here. I want to see Godzilla King of the Monsters, but the only way you can see that if you get the subscription to HBO Max, and I don't want to pay for another subscription right now. I got to pay enough of that stuff for as it is. I'm going to go see Justice League at my brother's house when he gets his subscription to HBO Max, so I don't have to. That's what I'm going to do. I'm a cheap man. What can I say? I don't know, man. Did you see Kong Skull Island? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. I mean, I like this movie. I thought it was pretty awesome. I wish I'd have saw it sooner. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.